morning, everybody. When the organizers, Red Hat, told me that the theme of this conference was expand, I did not really appreciate that this meant the stage as well. This thing is vast. I could get lost up here. I'd like to start on a personal note to thank the open source communities, both our commercial partners such as Red Hat and Sri from H2O that you heard from just now, but also the non-commercial projects. The list of such projects upon which our work relies is long. GNU, Linux, Clojure, Elixir, Kafka, even our good buddy JavaScript. Without the contributors, the moderators, and the maintainers of these projects, our work would be impossible. So thank you. It's my privilege. Thank you, yeah. It's my privilege this morning to represent a company, HCA Healthcare. We're a Nashville-based healthcare provider operating 180 hospitals and about 1,800 sites of care across America and the United Kingdom. And to tell you one of our stories, Spot. One of the themes of our organization at Tray is a relentless commitment and energy towards improvement. A few years ago, our clinical leadership decided to take a bite out of sepsis. Sepsis, as you can see, is a body's overwhelming toxic reaction to a bloodstream infection. It's unknown, but deadly. When thinking about how to defeat sepsis, there are two important things. One, every hour that it goes untreated results in an increase in risk of mortality by between 4 and 7%. But if you can detect it, treatment is relatively easy as far as these things go. So the name of the game is rapid identification and even more rapid treatment. So we looked into our data to try and understand how we were doing. Here's the data for one hospital. Rows are days, columns are hours of the day, and the number in color represent the number of sepsis screens performed at that time. A sepsis screen is a unit of nursing work in which we look for sepsis in our patients. And you can see we're doing this at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Shift change. Now there's 12 hours between there, and in the fight against sepsis, 12 hours is too long. But our answer couldn't be, hey nurses, could you please do some more sepsis screens? Because nurses are already the most heroically busy people basically on the planet. So we had to get smarter. We looked deeper into our data. We used our data warehouse to look backwards in time. And we applied a really pretty simple algorithm, and we saw, hey, we can see sepsis in the data. If only we could do that in real time. If we could do it in real time, we could alert the nurses, we could coordinate a workflow, and we could give people the time advantage necessary to fight sepsis. If only we could do it in real time. Our IT teams, networking and data said, no worries, we got this. They've pulled data from all of our hospitals in real time to our data centers, 5-minute latency. That's awesome. Now we can do this. The Spot product teams pick up that data. They create a patient object that represents every single person under our care at all times, every hour of every day, and with every single transaction updates that state and looks for sepsis. If it's detected, it coordinates a pretty complex symphony of action and care in the hospitals to make sure timely care is provided. All of this is done on OpenShift. All of it. Now, the key point here is that data itself are worthless. Absolutely nothing counts in this world except action. And what Spot provides is not just an alert or an algorithm, it's a coordination of a very complicated workflow. It coordinates nurses who care about all of the concerns of one patient, sepsis coordinators who care about sepsis across all of the patients, and a management structure that cares about the performance of the entire system. But my favorite part isn't the lines of workflow. It's the lines of communication between those teams and also back from those teams to us. In the application, people can send us a message, ask for feature requests, report bugs, or just say hello, which sometimes they do. And as a standard practice, a non-heroic part of our business, we can turn around those feature requests in the same day. Zero downtime major version upgrades with OpenShift and our culture of empowerment, we've done that. But all of this technical juju provides one thing, a time advantage to our clinicians. What we provide them is a 5-hour head start in treating sepsis. And in the hands of clinicians, 5 hours saves lives. Every day, across over 150 hospitals. Spot the algorithm isn't the story here. Spot the platform is the system. We have created a system that will provide high reliability, care at scale, and allow us to radically transform the way that we, with our providers, improve lives and provide care. For us, it's that, the care and improvement of human life. Thank you. At this point, I was promised somebody would come and talk to me. There he is. Thank you.
All right. Dr.